When a man wakes up one morning and realizes the strength he once took for granted is no longer rising with him, something inside him goes quiet. It's not just the body that changes it. It's the confidence, the spark, the unspoken proof that life is still flowing powerfully through him. And if you've ever felt that silent worry, that fear that morning wood disappearing means your youth is slipping away, hear this now. You are not broken, and you are not fading. What you feel is not the end, it's the body calling for help, for nourishment, for circulation, for a return to balance. You see, as men agree, stress piles up, blood flow slows down, hormones dip, and the body, your loyal engine, begins to whisper instead of roar. But whispers can become strength again. Morning wood doesn't disappear because your power is gone. It disappears because your body wants you to rebuild the habits that once kept you unstoppable. This is not a sign of weakness. This is a sign of potential. A reminder that energy, vitality, and masculine fire can be reignited when you finally give your body what it's been begging for: better blood flow, deeper sleep, cleaner fuel, and a commitment to the man you know you still are. Poor circulation, not age, is the one reason morning wood fades, and when a man finally understands this truth, something inside him wakes up long before his body does. Because the world has convinced men that aging automatically means decline, weakness, loss of power, and fading masculinity. Buberty. The body does not betray you with age, the habits do. The stress does, the lifestyle does, the silent damage to your blood vessels does. Morning wood is not simply an erection during sleep, it is the most honest health report your body gives you every single night. It tells you how well blood is traveling, how deeply you are recovering, how much oxygen your tissues receive, and whether your inner engine is still firing like it should. When it weakens, it isn't time to panic, it's time to listen. Because deep inside your body, your circulation is begging for help. The pipes that carry your life force have become narrow, stiff, or sluggish from years of sitting too long, sleeping too little, eating the wrong fuel, carrying too much stress, and pushing your body past its limits without ever filling it back up. Poor circulation begins as something invisible. You don't notice it when you skip a few workouts. You don't feel it when fast food becomes a habit instead of a treat. You don't see it when stress pushes your blood pressure a little higher each year. You don't hear your arteries when they begin to tighten, when inflammation builds, when plaque slowly forms. But your morning wood hears it. It feels every change. Because an erection, especially the automatic, effortless ones in the early morning, depends entirely on blood being able to surge freely, strongly, and quickly. And when that surge slows down, the signal weakens. Not because your desire is gone, not because your masculinity is fading, not because you are getting old, but because your circulation is crying out for repair. The beautiful truth. The powerful truth is that circulation is one of the most repairable systems in the entire body. Blood vessels respond like living clay. They heal, they open, they strengthen when they are given the right conditions. You can clean them. You can expand them. You can restore the elasticity that time and stress tried to steal from you. And when you do, the body responds with a kind of gratitude that feels like magic. Warmer hands and feet, clearer thinking, more stable energy, deeper sleep, and yes, stronger, more consistent morning wood. That S, because blood flow is life flow. Every part of you depends on it. And when it improves, everything improves. But restoring circulation isn't about doing something extreme or complicated. It's about returning to the fundament bar. Ails your body has been desperately missing. It starts with breath. Deep, slow breathing reduces stress hormones that constrict your arteries and block blood flow. It continues with movement, not punishing workouts, just motion. Walking expands your vessels, lubricates your arteries, pumps fresh oxygen to areas that have been starving for it. Even 20 minutes a day begins reversing years of stagnation. Nutrition plays its part too. Real foods, leafy greens, berries, nuts, fatty fish, feed the lining of your blood vessels and open them like sunrise opens the sky. Water thins the blood so it moves MBR ore freely. Sleep repairs the vessels so they stay flexible. These are not small acts, they are medicine, they are the foundation of circulation. And then comes the part men often ignore: stress management. Chronic stress tightens your blood vessels the same way cold air tightens your skin. It reduces nitric oxide, the molecule responsible for opening your arteries and triggering erections. When your life is full of pressure with no release, morning wood cannot rise. But the moment you bring relaxation back into your routine, stretching before bed, breathing deeply, taking quiet time for your your vessels begin to open again. Nitric oxide rises, blood movement increases, the signals that were once faint become strong again. The body is not your enemy. It has never been against you. It has simply been overwhelmed, overloaded, and undersupported. What you interpret as aging is often the accumulation of years of circulation neglect. And the miracle is that repairing blood flow works at any age. Men in their 50s, 60s, even 70s have seen their morning wood return, not through pills, not through desperate measures, but through consistent habits that rebuild the foundation of vitality. Imagine this: your blood vessels opening again like fresh pathways, your heart pumping with less effort, oxygen reaching areas that have been dormant, your tissues waking up, your energy returning, your confidence rebuilding itself from the inside out. Morning wood rising not because you forced it, but because your body is functioning the way it was always meant to. That feeling of waking up with strength again does more than lift your body. It lifts your spirit. It reminds you that you are still powerful, still alive, still capable of change. Poor circulation may be the reason your morning wood faded, but improving blood flow is the reason it can come back. And when it does, it is not just an erection returning. It is your vitality returning, your spark, your fire, your belief in yourself, your ability to look in the mirror and say, "I am not done," because you were not. You are rebuilding from the core, restoring what life tried to dim, and proving that age does not control your strength, you do. Hormonal balance is rebuildable at any age through sleep, nutrition, and consistent daily habits, and this is one of the greatest truths men forget as the years pass. Many believe that once hormones dip, once energy falls, once desire slows down, it is permanent, that the body has crossed a line it can never return from. But the body is not a machine that wears out. It is a living system that responds, adapts, and heals when given what it needs. Hormonal decline is not a life sentence. It is a request for recovery, a request for better fuel, a request for rhythm, consistency, and care. Hormones do not vanish, they simply fall out of balance when stress, poor sleep, processed foods, and daily pressure disrupt the delicate signals that keep a man strong, focused, and alive. When you feel tired for no reason, when motivation drops, when morning wood weakens, when drive fades, these are not signs of aging but messages from a hormonal system begging for restoration. And the most beautiful part? Hormones can be rebuilt at any age. Testosterone can rise again. Grober WTH hormone can increase. Cortisol can fall into place. The male body is wired for resilience, and with the right habits, it returns to a state of balance faster than most men ever realize. The foundation of this healing begins with sleep. Sleep is the control center of your hormones, the place where testosterone is produced. Stress hormones reset, and the body repairs damage from the day. Even one night of poor sleep can drop testosterone by up to 10, and months or years of poor sleep make a man feel older than he is. But the moment you begin protecting your sleep, cooling the room, turning off screens earlier, breathing deeply before bed, allowing your nervous system to settle, your hormones begin to reorganize themselves. They rise, they strengthen, they stabilize. It is not magic, it is biology responding to care. Nutrition is the second pillar, and it may be the most underestimated. The foods you eat either fuel your hormones or sabotage them. Processed sugar, fried foods, alcohol, and chemical-loaded meals inflame the body, clog your system, and send your hormones into chaos. But whole foods, healthy fats, leafy greens, colorful vegetables, nuts, seeds, omega-rich fish give our body the raw materials it needs to produce testosterone, stabilize insulin, and calm the stress response. Minerals like magnesium and zinc Antioxidants from berries, healthy fats from avocados and olive oil, and proteins from clean sources all rebuild the hormonal machinery inside you. Even small changes like adding more water, increasing fiber, or reducing late-night eating begin shifting the hormonal environment back into balance. Your body thanks you in the form of clearer thinking, stronger desire, better sleep, and more powerful energy. But none of this works without consistency. The body doesn't need perfection, it needs rhythm. Hormones thrive on daily habits. A short walk every day boosts testosterone, improves blood sugar, and releases stress. Morning sunlight resets your circadian rhythm, improving sleep and regulating hormone release. Stretching before bed lowers cortisol, helping testosterone rebuild overnight. Drinking water throughout the day supports cellular communication. Even 5 minutes of deep breathing signals your brain to reduce stress hormones that suppress testosterone. Every small habit compounds, sending your hormonal system a message, we are rebuilding. And the body responds slowly at first, then strongly, then unmistakably. Stress, of course, is the silent destroyer of hormones. Chronic stress dumps cortisol into your bloodstream, blocking testosterone production and draining your energy. Men under constant pressure often feel older not because of age, but because their hormonal systems have been hijacked by stress. Rebuilding hormonal balance requires moments of calm time where your nervous system can reset, where your breath deepens, where your muscles release tension. This calm doesn't have to come from hours of meditation. It can come from quiet time, stretching, warm showers, walking alone, listening to something soothing, or simply pausing during a hectic day to breathe deeply. These small practices lower cortisol, allowing testosterone to rise again. One of the most powerful truths is this: the male body always tries to return to balance, even after years of neglect, even after decades of stress, even after long periods of fatigue, low desire, or emotional heaviness. Your hormones are not gone, they are waiting for you to sleep deeper, to eat cleaner, to move gently, to breathe slower, to choose yourself again. And D. When you begin giving your body these signals, your hormones respond with a force that feels like life coming back into you. You begin waking up with more energy. Your mood stabilizes, your mind sharpens, your confidence returns. Your desire reignites. Your morning wood strengthens. These changes are not accidents, they are the body healing itself through balance. Hormonal renovation does not happen through shortcuts or miracles, it happens through consistency, care, and the belief that you are still capable of rebuilding your power. And you are. Age cannot stop your hormones from veering, only habits can. And habits can be changed. The body you want, the energy you miss, the male strength you fear is fading. They are not behind you, they are ahead of you, waiting for you to choose the daily actions that bring your hormones and your life back into balance. Morning wood is a health signal, not a youth marker. When it returns, it reflects energy, vitality, and full body recovery, and this is something men need to understand deeply, not just intellectually but emotionally. For years, society has tied morning erections to youth, to teenage years, to a time when life felt simpler. Rest was lighter, and the body responded instantly. But the truth is far more powerful. Morning wood is not about age at all, it is about function. It is about the body communicating with you in the most honest way it knows how. It is a nightly system check, a silent report card of your hormonal strength, your blood flow, your nervous system, your sleep quality, and your overall vitality. When it disappears, it is not a sign that youth has left you. It is a sign that something inside needs care. And when it returns, it is proof that your body is healing, recovering, and rediscovering the energy why you thought was gone. Men often underestimate how connected morning wood is to their entire internal world. It is not just an erection. It's a reflection of blood pressure stability, nitric oxide levels, testosterone production, stress reduction, emotional balance, and the function of your vascular system. When you wake up strong in the morning, it means blood has moved freely throughout the night. Your heart has worked efficiently, your arteries stayed open, and your hormones followed their natural rhythm. It means your nervous system dipped into the rest and repair state long enough for your tissues to recover. It means your endocrine system produced the signals needed for male vitality. It is the body saying, "We rested, we repaired, we were ready again." And the beauty of this truth is that it gives men hope where they feel fear. Most men panic when morning wood weakens because they believe it signals aging, decline, or loss of manhood. But the body does not speak in insults, it speaks in symptoms. A weak or absent morning erection is not a message of failure, it is a message of imbalance, and imbalance can always be corrected. If morning wood weakens due to stress, reduce the STRBRS and it returns. If it fades due to poor sleep, improve the sleep and it strengthens. If it slows because circulation has been neglected, rebuild blood flow and it comes back. The body is designed to respond every single time you give it what it needs. For many men, the return of morning wood fever feels like a rebirth. Not because of sexual function alone, but because it symbolizes something deeper, the return of vitality. It is a sign that the engine is running smoothly again, that internal healing has begun, that energy is circulating, that life force is flowing. Men describe feelin' more ident, more alive, more grounded, more hopeful when morning wood returns. It is a reminder that their power is not gone. It was simply waiting for restoration. Full body recovery is not something that happens in a single day or from a single habit. It happens through the slow, steady rebuilding of your systems. When you begin to sleep deeply, your body releases growth hormone and repairs tissues more efficiently. When you eat nourishing foods, your cells receive the fuel needed to restore balance. When you move your body regularly, blood flow increases, joints loosen, the heart strengthens, and your vessels become elastic again. When you reduce stress, your cortisol levels drop, allowing testosterone to rise naturally. Every one of these habits sets off a chain reaction that leads to improved morning erections, because improved erections are a side effect of improved health. We often forget that the body is profoundly interconnected. Morning wood depends on hundreds of small processes working in harmony: oxygen delivery, nerve firing, hormone release, vessel dilation, tissue response, emotional state, and sleep architecture. When even one of these systems suffers, the morning signal Weber awakens. But when they all begin aligning again, when you treat your body with respect, attention, and consistency, the morning signal rises with strength. It is not youth returning, it is health returning. Youth is simply the time in life when your systems have not yet been damaged by stress, poor inge, exhaustion, or emotional weight. But health can be rebuilt at any age, and when health returns, morning wood follows naturally. Imagine waking up one day and feeling that familiar strength again, not forced, not pressured, but natural. Imagine opening your eyes and realizing your body has shifted out of survival mode and back into vitality. That feeling is not about ego, it is about reassurance. It is your body telling you that your efforts have worked, that your systems are recovering, that your inner fire is still alive and burning. Morning wood becomes a sign of pride, a sign of NT, a sign that you have taken back your health from the chaos of life. And the best part is this: men who restore morning wood often notice improvements far beyond the bedroom. They feel calmer during the day. They think more clearly. Their mood stabilizes. Their energy lasts longer. Their self-respect deepens. Their bodies feel lighter. Their sleep improves. Morning wood becomes the tip of the iceberg you see at first, but it is only one part of a much bigger transformation happening beneath the surface. So remember this with absolute certainty. Morning wood is not about age. It is about Heber LTH. And when it returns, it is not just a physical response, it is a message of victory. A message that your body is healing, that your energy is rising, that your vitality is rebuilding, and that full body recovery is not only possible, it is happening inside you, step by step, night after night. Ambar D. As you stand at this moment in your life, know this with absolute certainty: your body has not given up on you. It has been waiting quietly, patiently for the day you choose to reclaim your strength, your vitality, your confidence, and the intimate connection you once had with yourself. Morning Wober OD. Returning is not just a physical change, it is a promise. A promise that your efforts matter, A promise that healing is real. A promise that your body is still capable of greatness no matter how many years have passed. When you begin waking up with that familiar surge of life, it is your body whispering, "You came back for me and I am coming back for you." You are not too old, you are not too late, you are not beyond repair. You are a man in motion, rebuilding his foundation, reigniting his fire, and proving to himself that strength is not something you lose it. Something you return to. Every morning from this point forward, be a reminder that recovery is possible, transformation is possible, and a powerful, energized, deeply alive version of you is still here, still capable, still rising. Your story is not slowing down, it's beginning again.